Oh, hey, by the way, can you guys hear me? I think that at first you could not, but I will give you another update here. This storm in Oklahoma City has dived to the south, really missing Oklahoma City proper. We do have a golf ball size hail report in El Reno, that highlighted there in orange. Now, this storm is still warned for 2-inch size hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We still have quite a bit of time left to go with this storm as it heads down to the south into Minco, Mustang, and Tuttle. It's moving slow at about 20 miles an hour, so whatever hail it is producing, it could be a lot of it because it's just sitting over that same spot for quite some time. Going down to the south into Union City, Minco, going to just slide right past Yukon, maybe the west side of Yukon, getting a few hailstones. Now, as always, tell me where you're watching from today. We can cover any part of the U.S. So we do have a tornado watch ongoing right now for Chicago, portions of northern Illinois, the northwestern side of Indiana and southern Wisconsin. This goes until 9 o'clock tonight, Central Time. They're saying that the biggest hazards here are going to be large hail up to the size of a tennis ball, strong wind gusts, 70 miles an hour, and a few tornadoes. We do have some golf ball size hail reported right in the central portion of Illinois. We've got a few tornado reports as well. A train spotter catching a tornado on the ground outside of the Winona area. A few more hail reports near Peoria. Some strong wind gusts too. 60, 70 miles an hour. Kansas City missed out on storms today, but we did get some storms just outside of Oklahoma City. Look at that. We officially have a 2.5-inch size hail report. This is tennis ball size hail just to the south of El Reno. Let's see if we can get a camera on this. As always, let me know where you guys are watching from today. Alrighty, let's get a camera on this, and we're going to bring in meteorologist Martin Lowrimore here in just a few minutes as well. To the west. It's raining here, but we can't see anything from the storms. Let me share my screen so that you guys can see what I'm looking at. So this is coming from the Oklahoma Department of Transportation. You can see that in this area where the storm went through, we don't have any, we have a little bit of road delay here. So I'm sure people, trying, of course, to get out of the way of the storm. This is where the storm is right now, but we can get the closest camera trying to look to the west. We've got rain, that's for sure. This one looking to the south. No great pictures of this storm. You can kind of see it off in the distance there. Let's go back to the radar. And let's talk about the ongoing storm across Oklahoma City. We've got a half dollar size hail report. We've got one person coming in from Green Bay. Green Bay, how are you guys doing over in Green Bay? Let's take a look. Just a little bit of rain up there. 70 degrees, a little bit of rain. That sounds nice. Nothing severe. I don't expect anything to go severe in Green Bay. You confirmed tornadoes in this area. Got a confirmed tornado down in the southern side of Wisconsin. Confirmed tornado across Illinois as well. We've got another question. Hi, Martin.
How you guys doing?
We've got another question about more Oklahoma City hail. So Moore is going to miss out on this hail. It's going to be more like Union City, Minco, Pocasset, Tuttle, Mustang, Bridge Creek, all in the risk. Do you think hail is possible in Yukon? If you're on the west side of the city, I think it's possible. If you're on the east side of the city, you're probably going to miss it. Because the storm is just right on the very edge. Here I can switch over to a better radar and get you guys a better view of this. Share my screen. Let's see, where is the main hail core? So right here, that's most likely where we're getting our big hail. And I think this matches up pretty well with our previous reports, right? We had one over here that was golf ball size. We had another one that was the size of a tennis ball, another one $50 size. So this is going to be your main hail core. If we move over to Yukon, it's going to be on the south side of you guys now. Maybe a tiny bit of hail trying to mix in. It's going to be a lot smaller in Yukon. Maybe the size of a quarter, maybe smaller than that. This is going to be your real hail maker. I'm actually very, very surprised about this tennis ball size hail report. This storm on radar does not look impressive enough to create tennis ball size hail. Again, it's still warned for 2-inch size hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Broadcast media reported 2.25-inch hail near El Reno. 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is what the Storm Prediction Center considers considerable. So the thunderstorm damage threat is considerable. Hail threat observed. We've gotten that. We've shown you those golf ball and tennis ball size hail. This severe thunderstorm warning goes until 6:30. But I do think that maybe they'll issue a new one. I think they've got to start issuing these farther out because this thing is moving so slow. So I think they need to start moving these to instead of every half hour, maybe every hour. It's just moving to the south at 20 miles an hour.
Yeah, we've only got about 6 minutes left on it.
Watch this storm evolve. It looked like it was going to come into Oklahoma City, and it just dived to the south past Okarche, El Reno, Minco, and basically took this highway all the way down to the south. Headed into Chickasha within the next hour. So that's what we're looking at right now. Any other weather questions? Let us know where you're watching from in the chat. And we can kind of pinpoint everyone's different cities. I was thinking Tulsa may get some storms. I saw that Creek County got a severe thunderstorm warning earlier, but it looks like it's going to be kind of like Oklahoma City, where it's just going to go to the west of Tulsa. These are going to be moving to the south right here. So everyone on the highway may get some storms in the next 45 minutes-ish, maybe an hour from now. These storms will be moving into places like Stroud and Bristow. If you move farther up to the north, Martin and I called it today during our noon show. We said, Miami, Joplin, you have to keep an eye on these storms today because some of these could be a little sneaky and produce some large hail. And that's exactly where these storms are headed. Well, maybe just to the west of Miami, the west of Joplin. That's what we're looking at right there. Kansas City. These storms, so back around 2 o'clock today, let me show you this. You guys got a little bit of a cloud cover, right? Here's what happened. The front passed. You can see those north winds to the north, south winds to the south. There's the front right there. It passed through Kansas City, and you guys were immediately out of the hail risk. No hail for Kansas City. I know.
They actually did just expand out the severe thunderstorm warning in Oklahoma City, though it was out to the west.
So now this line of storms has been warned just south of Hinton, Finger, Eakley, Alfalfa, Carnegie.
Heading in toward Anadarko pretty soon.
Yep. And this is not the same warning as the Union City warning. Now, this is just 60s and quarters. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. This is what we consider marginally severe. This is going to be your classic severe thunderstorm. Now, this storm that's in Union City, Yukon, Mustang, Minko, Tuttle, basically out of Yukon at this point, or maybe just on the southern side, this storm is going to be your hail producer, right? We've already seen tennis ball size hail from this thing.
I think they'll probably bump it down to probably ping pong size because they just had another report of $50, pretty close to the hail core, just near Union City. I stand corrected. Still still 2 inches.
I think they should bump it down. I mean, on radar, it just does not look as impressive as what it's producing. But I mean, hey, we've got a little hail core in there, and it's producing hail. It just doesn't look very impressive on radar. 60-mile-per-hour wind speeds. So they did bump it down just a tiny bit from 70 to 60-mile-per-hour wind speeds. Northern Illinois, Chicago Metro. Up to the north here. Nothing severe going into Chicago. I have my Chicago radar pulled up. Let me switch it out. There we go. Doesn't look too impressive. Let's switch over to this radar.
My K-lot is not one to work.
Yeah, mine doesn't either. I wonder if that's why I was on terminal. Okay, you've got one storm that's headed your way near Morris right now. It's warned for nickel-sized hail, so you may not get any hail out of it. It's mainly for wind. And that's moving up to the northeast. It's moving pretty decent, 45 miles an hour to the northeast. So that could be something that Chicago sees. Got a little bit of wind with that. We can't tell you really anything else. Well, we can tell you a little bit about the Ville. A little bit of rotation, but not a ton. Arkansas and Tulsa. Okay, let's go to Tulsa first, and then we'll move down to Arkansas. So Chicago, to answer your question, Brian, you guys will probably just get rain. You may get a little tiny bit of hail in Joliet from that storm that's in Morris right now. Back down to Oklahoma. Tulsa, probably in the same situation where you do have a severe thunderstorm warning out near Yale. This is going to be just north of Stroud, so you can see Stroud just, see right here. You look to the north of there. You get some rain in Sand Springs, but other than that, Tulsa, you guys may get a little bit of rain, probably not a ton of hail. If you do get hail, it's going to be a while from now, most likely after dark. Arkansas. Just a few counties in Arkansas that's in the severe thunderstorm watch. Fayetteville, Berryville. This goes until 9 o'clock tonight. They're going to have to extend this watch, I think, with these storms moving so slow. We have a storm in Texas, Matador, Texas, which actually we had some massive hail in Matador, Texas about a year ago. What is this warned for? Golf ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And for anyone who didn't hear it earlier, we haven't really addressed it anytime soon. Confirmed tornadoes across Illinois. That's what these purple warnings are for. Confirmed tornadoes.
They nailed the tornado risk, that's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. They did a really good job with that. I think this entire week, the risks have looked very, very spot on.
Mm-hmm.
A bag of wind right here. In the middle of Illinois. A little bit of hail with that.
2 confirmed tornadoes so far. Actually, I think it's 3, actually. Oh, never mind, 2. The one at Racine just got expired.
Any other weather questions here? We're not going to stay on too long since we don't have any storms in any major cities, you know. Whenever Union City is your largest city getting hit. Maybe
You,
Springfield.
we love you in
Springfield may be
Union City.
larger.
We love you in
Do
Union City, but if we tried to cover every city the size of Union City, I don't think we'd ever have a chance to not be live. Man, I'm a
Take
little
your hood
mad.
off.
We got screwed out of rain again. It barely rained out here.
Yeah, it just missed us too. For anyone watching, we are in the Oklahoma City metro area, and I thought at first that storm was going to hit us head on, but with this southern turn, I texted Martin earlier for everyone watching, and I said, should I go storm chasing? Because this is right by my house.
It's right
And
here.
it took a different turn, and I'm glad
Dis-
I'm not out in Minko right now. I would have
it
gotten caught in
disappointed
that.
us all.
Union City with another golf ball size hail report. Golf ball size hail. Do you think Oklahoma City will get more hail this year? Yes, I do think so. Let's see if there's anything in the forecast. If we look long term
I'm also
to
going
give
to
us
look
a
up
really
real
good
quick to see how we're doing on compared to May versus June on our storm totals.
June to me has seemed, and I haven't done any research on it, but it has seemed a lot more active than May.
Well, we're 11 days through June, so roughly one third. We're sitting at 330 total severe hail reports, and I did a whole thing about this about a week ago. We only had 780 severe hail reports throughout all of May. Now, mind you, we normally see the most of those hail reports in May. Didn't see much, so we're way ahead already from May to June. This is across the nation. Also, funny enough, we had just under 2,000 wind reports, and we're already at 1,500 wind reports for June.
Wow. And I mean, a third of those came from the storms yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
almost
mean, really,
over
we've got,
over 500. Yeah.
okay, for everyone, well, we'll just say everyone. Take a look at this. I was going to say everyone in Oklahoma City, but hang on one second. There it is. Let's zoom in. Show you guys this map right here. So what you're looking at here is upper levels or mid levels of the atmosphere wind speeds. What this tells us is oftentimes whenever we get, this is called a jet streak, these really strong winds, we'll also have severe weather. And it's pretty accurate. And so obviously we've got a jet streak that moved across Iowa and Illinois and Wisconsin today. Where do we have storms right now? Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, okay? So what we're looking for here are dips in the jet stream and these jet streaks. If you're in Oklahoma, we've got some bad news for you. Over the next few days, we're going to start to get a little bit. So this is Tuesday. So we're looking into the early portion of next week. We're going to see a little bit of a dip in the jet stream. We don't really see any of those jet streaks in there. It's not great. And we're on the backside of this trough. What this means is we're going to see some northwest flow. Not bad for storms. It's possible, but it's not great for severe weather. We could probably see some rain continue across the area, which is great news as we head into the middle of June, but very, very bad chance for actual strong, severe storms, kind of like what we're seeing today. This is actually not a bad setup for Denver to see storms. So if you were out in the Front Range, you could get some of that hail to come back into play as we head into the middle of next week. What happens after that, and sometimes these can be wrong, especially going this far out. I mean, we're looking 7 days out at this point, 8, 9, 10 days out at this point. We're looking at June 21st. As we call this the death ridge. It starts to set in, and what it looks like is just a little ridge, yep, and that means heat, and it's dry, and it's hot, and it's dry, and it's hot. and we don't have any storms. So that's kind of what we're starting to see as we head into the third quarter of June. So we're looking at June 21st at this point, and that's really not great for storms. This is, you know, your middle of the summertime like feel, right? June 21st, by the way, I think that's the solstice, or is it the 19th? Summer solstice, longest day of the year for most people. Anyway, if we're looking long term, it doesn't look like we have any great setups for widespread severe weather across Oklahoma and Kansas and Texas. What it's going to be more like is probably similar things to what happened today, where we may not be the biggest show, but we could get these little pop-up storms to produce something. We could still get storms. There's just nothing guaranteed on one certain day. So just some nerding out for you. Yeah, look at that Death Ridge. It takes that low pressure system out in the Pacific Northwest and just yeets it up to Canada.
That's a scientific term for that, by the way.
Yeah. Did you ever think I'd say yeet on a live?
I could say I've done it once or twice and confused a lot of people.
All right, let's check on our storm out in Minco, Union City. I mean, it's just moving so slow. It'd be a nice storm to chase because you wouldn't have to move very often.
Yeah, Minko's probably getting a good view. I'm actually looking at Weatherfront. They said they have had a report of a rotating wall cloud.
Okay.
And that was from Spotter Network. That was 5 minutes ago.
I could see, okay, I could see a little bit about what they're talking about.
Oh yeah, I could see what they're talking about now. I'm taking a volumetric on GR, and you could basically see where it originates from.
Oops. All right, let's center this up. Do you want to share that volumetric?
Yeah.
So guys, this is really cool. If you've never seen Martin do this before, it's basically a 3D look at the storm.
So this is the north. This is over Kingfisher. This is over Oklahoma City. Here's Norman here. And so this is basically you're looking south. I want to zoom in a little bit further. I think you can see. It's not going to show me. But Minko's basically right here. And you could just see like essentially right underneath that cloud base and the cloud and the anvil right there. So I could definitely see rotating wall cloud right along here more than likely. That would probably be, if you're in Minko, you probably have a crazy cloud formation going on right now. Whenever it picks up on this kind of radar right here, that's how you know it looks even better in person. Oh yeah, actually, yeah. With the latest scan, take a look at that. You can even, yeah, that's where the wall cloud is. Look at that. Wow, that's cool. That never gets old. It never gets old taking the volumetric scan. But yeah, we could probably see this trying to spin up a little bit. But let me pull up the. No, I blanked out. Hold on. There we go.
So it may be just right on the west of just southwest side of Union City. It may be trying to spin up something. Most of the time,
broad.
Yeah, most of the time these storms, you know, if they do spin up a tornado or two, they're not going to last very long. They'll drop a tornado and then pick it back up and drop a tornado and pick it back up. So it may not last too long, but it is still something to keep an eye on.
Evan, it's going to be hard, Evan, to really get any of that hail in Oklahoma City. The storm is just too far west. I mean, if it does kind of gravitate, you know, it was doing a southward turn, but now it's kind of just hanging. If it does try to go with the upper level flow, it could try to drift. That's really only if you're like more in Norman. I think if you're in Metro, especially in North OKC, you're pretty much, if you're wanting to see hail, sorry.
Yep. Just barely missed us.
I just wanted the rain. That's all I'm after. Like I've been talking with my dad who lives in eastern Oklahoma, and I think they've had like twice as much rain as us this year, and like 4 times as much rain as us this month or the past 2 months. He's flooding over there, and we're just like, yeah, it's bone dry.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
a
we
recent
stayed really dry.
that's a recent report of golf ball. It's trying. It's trying to pull that inflow a little bit, but I think it looked better before as a tornado producer. Not so much anymore, really. Also, when these storms start going really slow, and honestly, it's a really hard time trying to see the actual if there is a tornado. It's like actually seeing it, like because when that Enid tornado, whenever it slowed down, if you remember Taylor, we lost it basically, and it was like I think the center of rotation was drifting northeast of this or northwest of the supercell. And I'm like, what is this thing doing?
Yeah, these are very, very, very slow movers. It's hard also to get tornadoes whenever these storms move so slow. It's
Mm-hmm.
hard whenever they move too fast. It's hard whenever they move too slow.
Yeah, they've dropped down the warning near Miami down to only $half. I
Okay.
mean, the speed kind of doesn't surprise me. I mean, I was literally looking at the low level jet here, and it was like 20 knots. That's equivalent to like 25 miles an hour. That's a dreadfully pitiful low level jet. So I guess I can't be super surprised, despite these storms up north jetting around at like 45, 50 miles an hour. Yeah, and that's why it's mostly a wind threat up in the Midwest. 70, 70, 70, 60, 60. Oh yeah. Well, at least good news is that they've it looks like all of the am I reading that right? Moving northeast at 80 miles an hour.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're so close to the low, I don't know exactly where the low is, but it's basically right there.
It's moving, that's for sure.
It's up
But it
in
looks like we've also lost all
Wisconsin.
the confirmed tornadoes too, so that's good.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
good. Well, since we don't have any severe storms right now in any major areas, we're going to go ahead and jump off of here and go look for hail pictures. So we'll be posting those on our social media pages. As always, make sure you follow us for more weather updates. We have a live noon show every single weekday and sometimes on the weekends whenever we have big weather to report. So follow us on all forms of social media. We go live for just about every major storm. Thanks for joining us today. I'm meteorologist Taylor Cox here with meteorologist Martin Lowrimore, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for your noon forecast.